Close Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Robinson versus Grigory. You all have been together for 1.5 years and have been married for just 4 months. Is that right?
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay, why have you brought your new wife of 4 months to court today?
Your Honor, I'm here today to have some questions answered regarding the fidelity of my wife as to whether or not there's been any cheating on her part. There's been some red flags and some other issues that I need answered.
And Ms. Grigory, what does it feel like to be accused by your husband of just 4 months of being a cheater?
It's horrible. I'm stressed out every day. I can't go to work and do my job. Every day I'm crying. Every day I'm pleading with him. I can't think straight. I can't concentrate. No matter what I do, I can't do anything or I'm accused.
So what do you hope to prove today?
I hope to prove my innocence today.
That you're not cheating?
Exactly.
I really love this woman, and the things that I've seen and heard have pretty much driven me to the brink. I don't know if I'm coming or going, and I mean, these answers today is what's going to really decide for me what lies in the future and what direction I'm going in. I mean, this isn't easy for anybody, but...
So I see no trust in this 4-month-old marriage.
Early on in our relationship, several months into our relationship, her youngest daughter and her little friend there had made some pretty unsavory comments about her doing some unsavory activities with another man.
What were you told she was doing?
There was that mom had, expletive with this other man, right? So then this becomes a joke whenever Luann's at work and I'm home. I got these kids running around the house making whatever kind of innuendo they want, whatever kind of joke they want.
It wasn't. They didn't sit down there months.
You were at work. How do you know?
Because you would call me.
Ms. Grigory, have you had relations with another man?
I have not.
Why would your daughter or her friend say this?
She was being mean, and I, from this moment, always say how ignorant she was, and I tell her all the time. Because now she's like, I'm tired of hearing Tim. I don't want to hear him saying stuff anymore. And I'm like, yeah, but you caused for Tim to say those things.
So what your daughter and her friend did has destroyed the trust in your relationship with your husband.
Well, there's a lot more to it than...
It has, but it's not only that situation. It's anything, though.
Mr. Robinson, what else makes you think that your bride of 4 months...
The thing with, we had an argument, I go to leave the house, she asked me to leave, so I go to leave, and all of a sudden, as I'm leaving, she shouts out the door to me. I'm yards away, she shouts something to the extent of, oh, and such is not your friend. Like, is this, was it more of like she was savoring an infidelity? Like, oh yeah, and by the way, if you only knew about this guy, but the way that it manifested itself was, hey, that's not your friend.
Okay, so Ms. Grigory,
just like the sex life when we first got together.
Well, hold on.
Wait. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying. You're saying you believe that she threw him up in your face like, and I'm doing something with him too.
That's exactly what I'm saying, because why would he even come up in her mind in that context?
Right, well, let's ask Ms. Grigory.
Because I had seen Tim's friend. We were at the grocery store, we were outside. Tim's friend had seen me and approached me, and he asked me, he said, where's Tim? And I said, Tim's not here, he's at home, and that was pretty much the end of it. Then he started talking to me, and he was saying how he sees Tim, he goes, I see everything posted on, Facebook and stuff, and he goes, don't worry. He said, I'm on your side, I'm not on Tim's side. He said, he goes, I had some, doubts about Tim. He said, I had some doubts about Tim in the beginning and whatever. I was just so angry because I'm livid about every single day I turn around. You're a cheater. It's not fair. Mm-hmm. It's just not fair to live your life like this every single day. So I was angry and mad and upset, and I said, yeah, well, you think that your friends are your friends, but they're really not your friends. That's the only reason why I said it, because I'm angry. I'm so stressed out. I'm stressed out to the max. I can't even...
Ms. Grigory, I can see that you're hurting. But I can see you're hurting too.
Yeah.
I know that it hasn't been this way. You've only been married 4 months. There had to have been a time where it was passion and love.
Well,
can you tell me about that time?
When I met her, we hit it off. Everything was good. We didn't even have sex for the first month and a half, 2 months that we met. And that was different for me than the women I'm used to. So it really attracted me because I thought this woman's more modest and she might be more trustworthy. She might actually be looking for something real.
It sounds as if you've been cheated on in the past? Because you said she seemed trustworthy. Have you had
I've
this
been
happen
cheated on in the past, yes. I've always been loyal, and I'm looking to build something real. That's what I'm doing. That's who I am, because I'm 41 years old. I'm not here to play games. I already sold my wild oats.
So you have had someone cheat on you in the past?
I've had many people cheat on me.
Just about everyone he's been with, and that's the problem.
Because I'm not all that.
Then you come and you meet me who, you know, I work. I've been working since I was 18. I have a job. I've made a career for myself. I don't go out nowhere. I don't hang with friends. I've always been home with my kids.
Right, all this
Wait.
stuff.
I looked at the happy photos that you've submitted to the court that are part of your file. So I know what it looks like. This isn't it. This is not it. You know, a long time ago, we made a decision about how we would fight. And one of the things we said was we would never call each other out of our names. The other thing is, if I say I need space, he just backs up. Now, he may want to just continue, but he backs up, and I do the same for him. And then that gives us time to put the words together that need to be said. And the other thing, the number 3, I want you to hear me, Mr. Robinson. We don't bring up the past. We deal with what we're fighting about right then. We even went on and found your dating site after we saw your court papers.
Because you all met on a dating site, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you had your dating site, and you had up, you were a student that wanted a relationship. And you had your career choice, and you said casual dating, no commitment. Clearly, you moved past that point and got married.
Yes.
Ms. Grigori, was it always like this?
Not until your daughter.
I want to hear from her, please.
Kind of, it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad.
Well, what was it like in the beginning?
In the beginning, it was fine. It was fine in the beginning. Things were okay.
Okay, just okay? I mean,
they were okay. There was an incident, nobody had spoke upon it, but there was an incident where I had spoke with somebody that I didn't even know knew Tim. And I'd spoke with him on the dating site like 3 or 4 times. I never met the guy. I never spoke to him. It was just like a, hey, how are you doing type thing. So ever since that point, it's been, oh, you're messing with so-and-so, you're messing with so-and-so, you're probably here, you're probably there. It's stressful. I can't get a shower when I want. Before I leave for work, if I get a shower, that means I'm being clean for him. If I come home, I'm in a medical field. I work in the medical field. I come home, I want to get a shower and feel clean. You're washing him off. I feel for Tim more than I have for anybody in my life. He showed me, no one's ever given me attention. I've always been the person that's always, giving to everybody, putting myself aside for everybody else. And it just drew me to him. And then I had to go through all this and be accused of this every day, going and just sitting at home feeling like I'm a worthless piece of nothing every day. And I can't live like that no more.
Do you have any other incidents other than the 2 you've already shared with this court of instances when Ms. Grigori was cheating?
It's all kinds of things. Just like the intimacy has changed. Like in the beginning, it was very passionate and intimate. Now it's like.
Tell me how it's changed.
When we come, when I try to touch my wife or get close to her, it's either like, it seems like she's like, oh, I'm not into this, or it's like she's doing it just to appease me or something.
Well, Mr. Robinson, look, this is a calendar of the frequency of your sexual activity for December 2016. Is that right?
Roughly 3 times a day.
Okay. And then the next month, January.
Popping.
3 times a day, all in orange, right? February, in orange, 3 times a day. The next month, March, 3 times a day. And it says your wedding date was March 20th. So you got married in March, right?
We got married March 20th.
March 20th, okay. So that's March. The next month is April, in orange. Ooh. 3 days, and it declined.
It began declining, yes.
All right, let's go to the next month.
The incidence of occurrence has...
All right, that's...
That is
in May 2017, declined even further.
That is so not even true.
Is that what you're telling this court, Mr. Robinson? This has been a decline in your sexual activity.
There's been a slight decline in the rate of incidence of the sexual activity. The quality has been a vast decline.
But how would you feel?
The quality is Come get it while you can. You know what I'm saying?
But how
Like,
would you
right.
feel if every day you're at work and every day you leave the house or every day you're home and it's like, you're cheating. I'm on my
Well, how would
phone.
you
All right,
feel
Ms.
if-
Grigori.
And Mr. Rob,
All I do is sit and cry every day. I go get a shower, I cry. I can't take it no more.
And we're asking you about this. We're not trying to be personal, but
No, I don't-
one of the signs of a spouse cheating is a marked decline in sexual
Yes,
activity.
and I understand that.
Okay.
but Cutler, he's accusing her daily of cheating.
I understand that.
And she's
Daily, it's like 24 hours a day.
she is like, I do not want to have sex with somebody who's accusing me of cheating, and I'm
Yes.
not doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, a
should've told
woman
the kid to
needs
shut
to
her
be
mouth, maybe.
romanced, and there has to be a piece of peace with that. And if she feels harassed and maligned and attacked, she doesn't want to have sex with
But
him.
what he's saying is he believes there's somebody else, and that's what the decline is.
I think she's too tired to do anything else. She is physically and mentally worn out by his accusations.
But even her daughter has said she's been with somebody else.
But my,
You know,
my daughter just did that because she was just trying to make it so that Tim leaves.
Okay, Mr. Robinson, do you want this relationship to work?
Do I want this relationship? I would have never married this woman if I didn't love her with all my heart. So obviously, yes, I want this relationship to work.
Tell her what you love about her.
I love you because you stood by me more than any woman ever has. And when I think about another man desecrating what we have, it makes me sick.
I understand that, but you still can't go around accusing somebody.
Talk to him, not to me.
You
Talk to
can't
him.
go around accusing somebody day after day after day and calling people the things and just saying things to people that are horrible. The things that you say to me.
And you say things to me that are
No,
horrible.
it goes above and beyond. The things that you say to me are unbelievable. How many days have I gone and not even gone to work? Because as soon as you start telling me that, oh, you took a shower and you cleaned yourself, I call and say, I'm not coming to work today.
Mr.
I
That's
missed work
insane.
just because of
The
you
way-
accusing
the
me.
way you're depicting it right now.
Mr. Robinson, I have a very hard question for you.
Yes.
If today's results support what your bride is telling you, that she is not cheating, are you going to be able to let go of past relationships and all the ugly that went with them and move down a path of happiness and trust with your bride?
That's what I want.
All right, you're gonna have to embrace letting go. You cannot bring all that junk to this relationship. You are destroying her.
All right. To get to the bottom of this, the court has ordered a polygraph exam for Ms. Grigori. Ron, would you please escort our certified polygraph examiner, Michael Williams, into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams, how are you today?
Doing fine. Good afternoon.
Mr. Williams, have you seen a case like this before?
This is a very interesting case. Yes, I have.
In this case, you administered a polygraph examination to Ms. Grigori, is that correct?
That's correct.
Ms. Grigori was asked, did you have sexual intercourse with Mr. Robinson's friend you met at the grocery store? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that on this question, she was being truthful.
Mr. Robinson, how do you feel about hearing her response to that question and that she was being truthful?
It makes me very happy to hear that.
Does that allay some of your concerns?
That's wonderful. I mean, that's definitely, that's the high point of the day right there.
There was another question asked. Which was, from December 2016 until now, has Ms. Grigori had sexual contact with any other man other than Mr. Robinson? What was her response?
She said no.
What did the lie detector show?
The lie detector determined that, without a doubt, she was being truthful.
I am so happy for you, Ms. Grigori.
Did you hear today's results?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you say back to me what those results were?
You asked her whether or not she had sexual intercourse with my friend that she met at the grocery store, and the results indicated that no, she indeed did not have sexual intercourse with that person. You asked her if she had been unfaithful sexually with any man or had sex with any man other than myself since December of 2016, and the test indicated that indeed, no, she has not.
All right. So what does that mean? Your wife has been...
That means my wife has been faithful to me.
All right. You need to embrace that. Now, when you have arguments, and you're going to have arguments, it's going to happen, some of them will get heated. You can't throw up the names of any other men, whether you actually were with those men or not. You can't do that. That is a recipe for disaster.
This court has counseling and resources available for you to teach you how to build the trust that you need to go forward. And as we say in couples court, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a wonderful, happy, long, in your case, marriage. Court is adjourned.